good morning, and we are back. You did it. We are on A Course in Miracles, lesson number 8. Good job. It's titled, My Mind is Preoccupied with Past Thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He only sees his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this, because it is not really thinking about anything. The purpose of these exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank, rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas, is the first step to opening the way to vision. The exercises for today should be done with eyes closed. This is because you actually cannot see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you are not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme it contains and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about blank. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about name of a person, about name of an object, about name of an emotion, and so on. Concluding at the end of the mind-searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This can be done 4 or 5 times during the day unless you find it irritates you. If you find it trying, 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind searching itself. So the title again for today, lesson number 8, is My Mind is Preoccupied with Past Thoughts. Again, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. First of all, that statement is crazy. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. That's a flip your mind switch right there. That everything that you see is your thoughts projected outward. Okay? Okay, always remember, I'm talking to you as Tanya. You don't have to believe anything that I'm saying. And with the Course in Miracles, it says you don't have to believe anything it's saying either, or even like it. Just do what it says, and you'll start to experience miracles in your life. Okay? So we're always going to get back to that. So that's how you suffer, is because you cannot see and grasp the present. Because everything that you think about is somehow connected to the past. And so if you really want, and it's basically, that's what makes it an illusion. It's all in the past, what you're seeing in the past. So, and then it says, very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this, because it is not really thinking about anything. Because the only thing that is real is the present. And I'm not saying, I can do any of this. But I am saying it makes sense when you're not thinking about anything in the past or anything in the future, that the only thing that you're left to feel is reality. And reality is that we're made perfectly, that we're forever connected to God, that we've never left His presence, and we've never left that connection to all that is. You could say God, you could say the universe, you could say source, you can say infinite. Whatever you say is fine. Whatever works for you. All that ever is. Space. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever works for you is fine. But that is the ultimate truth. And that's part of, what I've learned so far. For me, part of my lesson. And basically recognizing that you're really not thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. The truth is I'm one with my Father. The truth is I am love. All the things that my Father is, I am. That's the truth. Because He made me in His image and His likeness. So all the things that you are is the same thing. Even if I don't see it, I am not anything that I've done. I am not anything that I do. I am a child of God. Therefore, I'm dope. Right? Any attribute you can give to God, you can give to yourself. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a true gift? And we have like the best attributes to give to us, right? So that's all. So when I'm doing this, so the exercise for today is basically closing your eyes, searching your thoughts, and just say, I seem to be thinking about my man who's supposed to pick something up. I seem to be thinking about my brother who's in the hospital. I seem to be thinking about my pretty red shirt today. That feels good and that's fluffy. I seem to be thinking about my payment that I have to make for taxes before they foreclose on my place. I seem to be thinking about, I'm lucky that I have God's peace. Maybe some of those things are very much in the now. And then when you're done, because that was a good thing that I thought about, God's peace. And I say, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So even if they're good, they're in the past. So like that last one, being at peace. I felt that before. I know what that is. So it's good for me. So if you get irritated, you're supposed to do it 4 to 5 times a day. Unless it irritates you, then 3 or 4 times is good enough. And it's okay to include your irritation, or if you get upset, or if you get mad. All is good. That's why I love the Course in Miracles. You don't have to like be any type of way. You come as you are. And it's all good. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.